Hi everyone, I'm Jada.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Ramil.
I'm Sophie.
And welcome
to Genre Roulette.
A show where each week we explore a different movie genre. And before we get into that, we want to tell you guys a little bit about ourselves. I'll start. My name is Jada. I said that in the beginning. I'm in my second year of university. I'm studying media production. All of us are studying media production. I actually started the show because I love watching movies and I wanted an excuse to be able to watch a movie every week and feel productive at the same time. So I made a whole show about it. My favorite genre of movies is comedy because you can't go wrong with comedy. Everybody needs a good laugh sometimes. My favorite director, or I'll start with my favorite movie. My favorite movie is Coraline. It's a stop motion claymation movie. I love those. I love spooky movies, not horror movies, but spooky movies. And to kind of second that, I love Tim Burton. He's my favorite director, and he's kind of in that whole realm of Halloween spooky movies. Yeah. Do you want to go next, Adrian?
Okay, so my name's Adrian. I'm also second year media production. My favorite genre, well, let's start with why I'm on this show, I guess. I've been friends with Jada for a while now, and she brought an idea of the show to me over the summer. I was like, I totally am down to help out with graphics and I guess co-hosting too. My favorite genre is probably thriller and mystery, and my favorite movie is Lord of the Rings Two Towers, because I feel like that's the show that kind of got me started into my love for media, because I love to watch the behind the scenes content. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Guys, this is giving icebreaker horrors, guys. My name is Ramil. My favorite... but I'm here because Jada asked me to.
I forced him.
But my favorite genre would probably be thriller, comedy kind of style. So basically my favorite movie is White Lotus. So it just goes into that comedy, dark comedy kind of style. And, sometimes I just want to, watch comedy. As Jada said, you can't go wrong with comedy. And I don't really have a favorite director. I mean, do you have a favorite director?
Yes, I actually do.
You can go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm also in second year media production. I'm here because Adrian mentioned the show in passing to me in September. And I was like, oh my God, can you put me on? And she said yes. So here we are. I actually don't watch movies. I genuinely don't watch movies. I think my favorite one is still Spirited Away because I've seen most of the Ghibli ones, and that one still kind of is unbeatable. But besides that, I guess this is a good opportunity to actually do some media producing and watch a new movie every week so that I actually have something to put on Letterboxd.
Right.
Yeah.
Not Letterboxd.
That's also why I started the show. I just wanted an excuse to write more Letterboxd reviews. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a little break and we'll be back in a minute.
Hi guys, welcome back to Genre Roulette after a minute break. We're getting the hang of this, I promise. We'll get the hang of this. So before we actually get into the episode, I want to just explain what we're going to be doing today. So Every week we're going to be spinning this beautiful roulette that's right in front of me for a different genre, and then whoever's watching can help us vote on a movie of that genre. After that, we're going to watch it, and then we're going to come here and we're going to talk about it every Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, at the end of every episode, we would spin the wheel. Fun. Yeah, so this week's genre is, do we want to do a little drum roll?
Oh.
Horror! So why did we choose horror, guys?
I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's spooky season, and also Sophie said she didn't want to. I didn't want to do it either. So I just kind of just wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so when you guys think of horror, like what is the first thing that comes to mind when you think like horror movie?
I think of like the paranormal ones, like
Yeah.
Conjuring and that type of stuff. I don't like those ones. But
Yeah.
like those are probably like the top ones that are the most popular.
I'd say like slasher films, like from the 80s. I know like growing up I would watch like Chucky, I was gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's. Wait, Freddy versus Jason. Just like those ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it's more like the gory ones, like Saw, like Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did you watch all of them?
All of them. Yeah.
My-
And like, you know, like the ones that really show like the gory ones, like the new Terrifier movie that recently came out. How about you? How about you?
Sophie looking
Yeah,
so scared.
I think of like, I don't know, when I think of horror, I literally just think of blood, and I think of scary
Oh.
stuff
Like
because
gore,
I
yeah.
refuse to watch it for the most part, so thank you guys for making me do this. I didn't enjoy it.
Have you seen any horror movies recently?
Well, I watched the one we were supposed to watch this week.
No, like aside from that one.
I can't
No.
remember the last horror movie.
Genuinely,
watched.
I actually don't
Oh.
know.
I watched one. I forgot. It was like in the woods. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, I watched
the
Cabin in the
Woods.
Woods.
Into the Woods?
I don't know if
Oh,
that's
no.
a
I don't
thing.
know what it was called. I forgot. But like they were tied to rope and they couldn't leave the house. It was like
Yeah.
in theaters and it was like
Oh, the one with the two.
Oh, Knock
with the
at
two
the
dads
Cabin?
and the.
Is it
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin? It's a M. Night guy movie.
Oh, I forgot what it's called. I don't remember.
Is it Knock at the Cabin?
Okay.
I don't know.
I
I
know
don't
that
know.
one. The one that's like strange. It's called like Strangers, I think. They were like in a cabin and then they were
Oh, Strangers Pray at Night or something like that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think are some characteristics of like a horror film?
I mean, it really depends because, like, as Adrienne said earlier, it could be like paranormal, where it could be like a
Yeah.
realistic style, where it's like a what's it called? Like you film it like it looks like real, like you know, like it looks like it could happen to you, and it could
Yeah.
also be like fiction, where it's like not real, you know. How about you guys?
I think
The
yeah.
characteristics of horror.
Characteristics.
I mean, like suspense. Again, gore and blood. All those wonderful things that everybody likes.
Girl, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like it. Like the other day, I went to the movie theaters with my cousins and we're like, do we want to watch Joker or do we want to watch Terrifier 3? And I'm like, ew, Joker.
Isn't
Like,
Joker the musical?
yes,
Oh.
it sucked, but I'm happy that I did not watch Terrifier 3.
Wait, Ramil, how was Terrifier 3?
Oh, I didn't watch it yet, but like I know I want to watch it.
I was
I just
Terrifier
don't
2.
have enough time.
How was the second one? Yeah.
Well, it really depends on it really depends on the person, you know? Like it is gory. Like there's a lot of people who doesn't like it because it is gory, but like it depends on your cup of tea.
Yeah, I saw like that post where somebody was being like wheeled out of like the movie theaters. Like the paramedics had to come because it was so bad they fainted.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
So are we watching that next week, guys?
Let's go, Terrifier
horror's done
3.
with, but yeah, when I think of horror, I think of like the soundtrack. I'm actually learning in my music and film class, guys, about like, you know, the violin screeches, stuff like that kind of like builds up the suspense, like Sophie said. Jump scares, obviously, in the movie we picked, which we're not going to reveal yet, but the movie we picked, it didn't really have jump scares.
it did.
Yeah, no jump scares. I feel like a lot of like over the shoulder now I'm like talking like a media production student, but like there's like a lot of like there's a lot of like over the shoulder shots that kind of like show like the monster, whatever, the killer like behind you. Yeah. or like a blurry kind of like depth of field to sort of like hide the monster. And then we see like a lot of like close-up shots to get like the reaction of the characters.
There also wasn't a lot of like background music playing. It like
Yeah,
it felt
there
that's
was
why-
no music.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
that's why it
okay,
felt
yeah,
very
we
real.
got to save that for when we get into the movie. I also noticed like a lot of just like by watching scary movies, there's a lot of like point of view shots. So like point of view from like the monster kind of like chasing after the person.
Or like shaky camera.
Shaky camera, yeah.
What makes you guys think like a good jump scare? Like what do you think is a good jump scare? Like how does it like, you know?
I don't know. I feel like it has to really come out of nowhere. I feel like sometimes if you like listen or like if you expect it, like you're slowly creeping up to a door, let's say, you can like kind of expect the jump scare. So it's like not
Yeah.
that impactful. I feel like it has to come out of nowhere. I can't think of any good examples, but like, yeah.
Yeah, like almost when like there's like no build up, no suspense in a sense, like it just kind of like hits you. I think that's the best sort of jump scare.
Because I feel like you're anticipating it too much if you hear the audio and like the visuals. We kind of just boom.
Yeah. Well, we picked a movie that sort of has none of these things that we just discussed. Oops. No, but when we were picking a movie, we kind of like had trouble picking one because
We're
there's so much.
indecisive.
Yeah, there's so much like subgenres of horror. Like we said, slasher. The one that we picked is a found footage movie.
Well, the
It's
original
kind
found
of-
footage movie.
Yeah, it's classified in the found footage subgenre of horror. Yeah. So who wants to say what our movie of the week is?
Sarah Mill.
It's Blair Witch Project, guys.
Blair Witch Project.
Guys,
Oh
that
my
was so...
God.
So who can summarize what Blair Witch Project
Well,
is?
for those who don't know, the Blair Witch Project is a found footage movie that came out in 1999.
Oh.
Originally, it was released without much press around it, so people did think it was real for a hot 2 weeks before it came out to theaters.
I thought it was
You
real.
look like you thought it was real. It follows 3 like film students going into the woods after hearing a bunch of rumors in a town about the Blair Witch. So they go out into the woods and they try and find her, and then it goes really wrong because obviously, why would you go out into the woods to look for a witch and then not expect to meet the witch? That's kind of just how it goes. So they meet the witch. Well, they don't meet the witch. They find a house. One of them disappears. They're haunted. It ends, and you don't really know what happened.
The question is, was it really a witch? But we will get into that once we start dissecting it. The main characters, we have Heather, the girl. Heather is the girl. We have
Mike.
Josh and Mike. Yeah, and it's just the 3 of them. And then I believe in the beginning of the film, we have like just some like townspeople. They're taking interviews, asking if they've heard of the Blair Witch. Yeah, is there anything you guys want to add about the summary of the movie?
Not that I can think
No.
of. When I was doing like research beforehand,
Yeah.
they were like, at the end of the day, you can watch a horror movie and know that it's not real. So I feel like that was like a big part of it.
Yeah.
When they, I don't know, had it out.
Yeah. How do you, so like, kind of like relating back to horror now, how do you guys like relate this movie to horror? Especially since it kind of like goes against like your regular horror movie
I think
conventions.
like the horror of it comes from like the horror of realism. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I was reading the original director said that they wanted like it to be scary because it blurred the lines between reality and
Yeah.
fiction. So I think instead of like being all jump scares, like the real like fear is feeling the fear of the actual characters because they're screaming the entire movie. Like they're
Yeah.
all the time. So like feeling their fear is how you get scared. And also like thinking that maybe this is actually real is what scares.
Yeah, because it looks authentic, like the footage looks so authentic. And also like just like as you're saying, the character reactions, like psychologically, that was like they were like losing their minds. And you kind of like get to see them slowly start to like lose their minds and fight with each other. And that was the scary part because that added to like the real feeling of it for sure. Yeah.
That's one thing I liked about the movie.
Yeah.
Is that there's like a natural progression where you like watch them kind of lose their sanity. Like they're so frustrating to watch, but like you kind of feel their panic as you watch them. I'm like, please guys, just get it together.
Especially
Like,
when
not serious.
the map went missing.
Oh my days.
They lost their map at one point, guys. And like they just started to fight about that. And that argument also felt so real, like an argument you would have with like your friends about losing a map. Like their acting was so good.
Oh, yeah.
And then like it is revealed that one of the characters supposedly kicked the map into the river. So
And then they all like started like hitting each other.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And like the camera was like shaking. That was so hilarious.
It was so funny. There are actually quite a lot of funny parts. Like considering it was horror.
Yeah,
there's
was
quite
funny.
a lot of funny
like,
moments.
Josh is the one who went missing first, right?
Yeah.
There was a scene where like he was in a corner and like he just was talking to himself and Mike is like, don't go up to him with the camera. And it was just so funny.
And
like Heather
Heather like, can I have a cigarette, guys? And they're like, no.
Yeah. And that was hilarious. Yeah.
I think when I was like looking into how they filmed like the movie or whatever, they like wanted to make it as realistic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So they got actors who were like unknown and like put in an advertisement. So like they didn't know how to use the camera and they were given like 2 handheld cameras. I believe,
two
and they were
cameras.
just like trying to figure it out as they go. And I feel like that kind of added to like the horror aspect.
Yeah.
And apparently they weren't really in contact with the producers or directors. They were kind of just, like sent out into the like woods, and then they'd like have like small notes about like,
or they'd leave
how they should
baskets
act.
for them like with food and like more like film for the camera.
And then
Yeah.
as the days went on, they'd give them less and less food so that they'd like actually go insane.
Yeah. I mean, they agreed to it though, guys.
Wait, this is more torturous than the actual movie.
Oh yeah, they were saying that like the goal is to torture them with consent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So was it really ethical though? Like, you know?
I mean, if the actors agreed.
Actually, let's do this
Yeah.
right now. Let's try an experiment. I'll put all 3 in the woods.
Oh.
Give you 2 little kid quarters.
Blair Witch Project 2.
Actually,
no,
our
thank you.
next practicum project.
Yeah, that should be the.
Guys, then we're going to go missing.
Not me.
So, okay, this actually reminds me.
because she's the witch. Oh, sorry.
Guys, this is scary. Can we not? You guys are like jinxing it. Like, what if we actually get like cursed?
No.
Oh my god,
Blair
wait,
Witch
what's that
is
in the
listening
corner?
right now.
Okay, guys, we're not gonna go single
Girl, what's
cam.
that behind you? No, but we were actually talking about how RTA coded like this movie really is.
I feel like that's another reason why we picked it. I'm like, that's literally us.
Yeah, we could definitely relate. Because if you guys don't know, we have to go out and like film our own project in our 4th year of university. And some people choose to do like documentaries. So we're like, we could totally see like a student from our school going out there and like
Getting lost
putting
and dying in
themselves
the
in the
woods.
situation. Yes.
Wait,
like,
now you're
that's
giving
so
me
good.
ideas. Wait, what if I want to do it?
Emil, you're on your own. You're on your
Oh.
own. You're really on your own. Yeah.
That especially during the beginning part where they were like talking about when they were filming interviews. That one
That's
felt.
feature-esque.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely
we
like.
literally, that was an assignment. We had to interview people.
That was so
like they're
Vox
prepping us
popcorn,
for the
like-
Blair Witch Project.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah. What was like the scariest scene? Or yeah, what was like the least scariest scene for you guys, or scenes, and what was like the most scariest scene for you guys?
Making
in
it
this movie?
around the table.
Okay, I'll start again then.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think like the good. It was an hour and 20 minutes around the film. Right?
Yeah.
The first like hour is not scary.
Nothing,
It's like
yeah.
nothing, especially like the first like 20 minutes, just them talking to people, and it's literally just them being silly. It's like literally just like a little vlog.
It is.
Yeah, it was a vlog.
Like, why am I seeing them like going, like picking up Mike, for instance, or like going to the hotel room and like making jokes? I mean, I guess it builds like your attachment to the character in a sense. But it just kept going on and on. Like, I get you guys are like besties. I get it.
They did not like each other though. They
Yeah.
hated each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they were like at each other's necks the whole time. It was like so infuriating to watch them.
You know what? I
Yeah.
think the scariest part of this movie was actually just watching 3 people not get along. Like it was like
People were so
ugh.
annoyed by like, they were just obnoxious
Oh my
arguing.
god.
Y'all take me into the woods and y'all start like arguing with me. I'm actually gonna start walking out alone.
Girl.
Oh my god. Also, like, they were trying to wait for each other. I would never wait for you guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god,
Well-
such a great friend.
Thanks for me.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
but like, if we're arguing, I would never wait for you. Like, they were so nice to each other, you know?
If
Yeah.
I'll just throw your map into like the creek or something. Then.
I would be Mike. I would. Oh, sorry. Guys.
No, but yeah, I think that them bickering was like the scariest part, to be honest, because it was just so annoying. Like, I had enough of that. But also, I think like the actual scariest part was when like Mike was facing the wall at the end. Like the witch put him in timeout or something, like face the wall. That was kind of scary, but that's also where like the lore of the movie sort of like all falls into place, because then now you can connect it back to like what they were saying in the interviews at the beginning about the Blair Witch. Oh my god, the Blair Witch. Guys, we shouldn't be saying her name. It feels like
Don't say it 3 times fast. Like,
Blair
knock on
Witch,
wood.
Blair Witch, Blair Witch, Blair Witch.
Right behind you.
The door open, guys. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
For me, like, it's not really like the visual part that's scary. It's more like the actors. Like, the screams were definitely so scary.
Yeah.
It felt so real.
Screams.
Like, it's not even just like no, there were no jump scares, but like the acting was so good that it felt real to me. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like the least scary part for me was like all the beginning stuff, but then like the scariest part was like that, like one of the ending scenes where like she has the camera in her face and she's like, I'm sorry to their
Yeah,
parents. I'm like,
crying.
girl, I can hear your breathing. I did not sign up for ASMR. Please get out of my
I'm sorry, that made me laugh so
No,
much.
I saw
Because
you
it's so close that
smiling.
like her nose, like you can see her
You know
nostrils
what?
flaring, and it
Was
just
that
was
even
like,
acting?
I felt so bad.
That was so good.
Like, sorry, mom. Sorry, Josh's mom. Sorry, Mike's mom. This is all my fault. Yeah, that was hilarious.
How did she on cue the snot?
on cue.
Yeah, no, she's a
it
great
came-
actress. Like,
She's so good.
I also think it was scary, like the witch leaving things outside of the tent. That was pretty scary. Like they would wake up and she like left a little gift for them.
But like from our production note, apparently it
Yeah.
was like the producers just like running around in the middle of the night, just making random
Making noises,
sounds,
hitting
just
their
to scare them.
tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, wow, I would not want to.
Maybe
do
the
that.
producers are the actual witch.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Guys, but can we actually get into the lore of the story? Because I was doing a lot of like digging online, and some people like are hardcore believers that it's the actual witch. But then I watched this YouTube video. I don't know if you guys know Film Theory, the YouTube channel.
I was watching
With
that on the
Matt
train
Pat.
this morning.
Matt
I
Pat,
was
yeah.
mad.
And he said that Mike and Josh were the actual killers. They wanted to kill Heather.
Yeah.
Because like when Josh goes missing and like you can hear his voice is still, and then like Mike is the one to like lure her back into the house. And then but like my take on that is what do they get out of going missing? Like why do they want to disappear? You know? That's the point that
it's
I don't
funny.
understand. Because it's funny to kill Heather in a random abandoned house? No. I don't know.
Maybe they're just psychopaths.
Do you guys think it's the witch, or do you guys think it's Mike and Josh?
You think it was just Mike that was standing in the corner just like for fun?
Guys, this is not me. I honestly think that it's the witch. Like I believe in the Blair Witch.
Like in
that
real
she
life
did
or
all
in like
this.
the plot of the movie?
In the movie.
Okay.
I'm talking about in the movie, girl. Like yeah.
Adrian, do you think it is real or no?
I don't know. I was really confused by the ending because at one point I thought there were 4 people. I don't
What do you mean?
know. For some reason I convinced myself there were 4 people and I didn't realize until the end that there were actually 3.
Girl, which Blair Witch
I
Project
don't-
are you
I
watching?
literally don't know how I missed
Yeah.
that. But like I really don't know.
Also, like, especially towards the end when they were like switching between 2 cameras,
Yeah.
it was so confusing to me because like, I didn't know which one's which. But like, that's probably just my bad.
And like just to back up it's not my theory, but the theory I heard about Mike and Josh, they kind of made it seem like Mike and Josh were purposely like leading her away from the map, like kind of pushing for her to like, no, like let's go this way, or like Mike was just like randomly running down the stairs in the house.
They were like
and just
working
certain
together
yeah
to like
certain-
isolate
to confuse her and
Heather.
like yeah.
I mean, a theory I had was like it is quite real. Where they kind of like during the house part they tried to separate Mike and Heather. So
Yeah.
they went. I think they went up together, right? But then because they heard them. But then what's it called? Mike's heard Josh
downstairs.
in the basement.
Yeah.
So that separated them apart. That gave the witch an opportunity to kill Heather
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So you think they're like working with the witch or the witch? I don't know.
Also, part of that theory, they were like, Josh or Mike, they had like the equipment to like, I don't know, kind of like manipulate the audio and make it spooky or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then there was like another point that was like, how did they know the layout of the house in the complete dark or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I read a theory that like, what's his name gets possessed. Which one, Mike?
Josh?
No, that Josh is like dead and Mike gets
Oh.
possessed once Heather's in the house. So then
Okay.
And then
Mike kills Heather.
That's also the main lore, like where the Blair Witch like possesses people
Yeah.
to make them do the killing.
And
'Cause-
she like forces the person to like face the wall, right? While
Yeah.
she gets rid of the other person. Yeah.
Oh my god. Sophie, you should tell them the story about the cat.
Yeah,
No, I don't think I can. But like,
Hey, what about the cat?
like
I don't know that one.
I watched the movie in my. Okay, here's the context, right? I think we've already established that I really, really don't like horror movies at all, and that I'm scared, and like I was
Yeah.
so scared to watch this movie. So I made sure that I watched this movie in the least scary context whatsoever. I watched it at 3 p.m. when it's sunny outside with my sister and my boyfriend in the room. All the lights were on. We watched the whole movie. Since the lights are on, we're not scared. And then I look to my left on the couch, and my cat is like facing the corner.
Girl.
Like the Blair Witch, and we were like, "What are you doing,
Yeah.
Sammy?" She's not the Blair Witch, I think.
Or is she?
Is she working?
Say
Is she
that.
working for
Is she?
Blair Witch?
Oh.
Well, I mean,
She's possessed.
I'm still
She's
alive,
possessed.
so
She's possessed.
We don't see you tomorrow. Oh wait, we
no,
won't.
please.
Wait, don't kill her.
No, but if Sophie disappears, each of us are gonna
Oh.
disappear one by one.
Yeah,
Like that's how she
I'm gonna
works.
disappear, and then you guys are gonna see me in the corner of your room. when you go to
Also,
bed.
here's the question: why did she kidnap Josh first? What was her preference?
Because he was the most annoying.
No, he wasn't. I
No,
think
She's the
she was the
feminist.
most chill.
Wait, she's the feminist.
No. The Blair Witch is the feminist. I mean, maybe, yeah. She left Heather for last, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Heather for last.
It's like girl power.
I think the Blair Witch would be a baddie. Like I actually.
Wait, what if Heather was the witch?
Guys.
What?
Heather was the most
That
scared.
feels reductive. I don't think
Yeah.
it was her.
What if she was acting the whole time? You know.
Well, I mean, this was a movie, so she was
The
acting.
scariest part was the power of men.
Oh.
Yeah, right. The
Yeah.
scariest part is going into the woods with two men you don't really know. Like I would not do that.
Wait, I thought they
what's
were
their
best.
relation?
No, that's
No,
the
they
thing.
were
She
not.
doesn't know Mike.
No, they like
Yeah, they
hired
do.
him
Yeah,
or
that's what I
something.
missed until after I watched the movie and I
What's
realized
Josh and Heather's relation? Like, are they close or are they just like?
they have to be like besties, I guess.
I literally couldn't. I couldn't tell if they were like friends or if they had just met for the project. Like, oh.
No, Mike and Heather just met for the project for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think what the I think it's just what's super scary is that we never actually see the witch. Like the witch does not have, a credit. In the end credits, like who plays the Blair Witch? Nobody, because the witch isn't there. We
What
never
if
get
it was
to
just a psychological thing that they thought there was a witch?
Yeah, like some sort of hysteria.
It's true. What if they just
Yeah.
went crazy from not eating and like not sleeping?
How long were they in the woods?
It was multiple
What, a few
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to be more than 3 days.
Yeah, I
for
think it was
sure.
like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
I feel like it felt like a week. I saw it go night in the morning, night in
The
the morning.
movie felt like
the
it
whole
lasted a
time.
week.
Honestly, yeah, it just wouldn't end. It just wouldn't end.
And
Yeah.
I just find it so crazy how they like marketed the movie to be true. And I guess like now it would be harder to sort of like play your movie off as something that's real. But like back then, like as like you said, that was like the first of its kind. So I don't know, that's so cool. Then the actors actually use their real
Yeah, they use
names.
real names.
They use their real names.
They did.
They
Yeah.
use their real names. I didn't know
They
that.
did. So like, I read this thing like the parents were getting like notes in the mail, like I'm so sorry your child went missing, like my condolences, stuff like that, because they actually made a mockumentary about like interviewing the parents and stuff
And then they put
before
it on
the movie.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
or
before the movie came out, they did that. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that. That's
crazy.
so
So they kind of like took it.
And
Like-
they even had like an interactive website or something like that, and they like put all the lore about the Blair
Yeah,
Witch.
they put Heather's journal on the website as well.
And apparently they also had like missing posters of them that they were like
Yeah.
putting
Oh my
everywhere.
God.
And
You know
then,
what? Props to them.
That's probably why it felt real, because they really tried to, like, they believed themselves in the lie that it is real, you know?
Yeah.
So
they gaslit themselves.
Yeah, just for the movie.
Yeah, no, there's theories that like the scream, like Heather screams in the last like in the house scenes were like real because she was like actually scared of being in that scary little house. But
Yeah,
maybe she's just I believe she's just a really really good actor.
yeah. I just wonder how the directors sort of were able to like create that whole scene for the house. Like, were they making noises? Were they like throwing stuff, making like things fall down to sort of like, or were they playing like an audio because we could hear like Josh like screaming, or was Josh actually screaming? Like, I'm wondering about like the behind the scenes, like the actual like how they made the effects, how they made it seem so real, and also it's in the moment kind of thing too, right?
Yeah.
But I also read that they had like multiple takes. They have multiple different endings, and they just ended up going with the ending of Mike's facing the corner. So yeah, the movie could have gone differently.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Endings.
so
I
like,
wish they released the other ending.
they didn't?
No, they didn't.
Oh.
They
either,
didn't like
for sure.
explain what the other ones are.
I don't know if they explained, but
It should be
Yeah.
interactive, where like we get to choose
your
what they
own.
what
Oh
they
my God, like
we get to choose what they
interactive
do.
don't they
Like,
have a Blair Witch video game?
They made a VR game.
VR?
Yeah, you guys want to do
Please.
that? You want to play that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm
throw the
good.
map? Oh,
Do you want to throw the map or not?
I don't know. I guess we have to go to check. I'll throw the map.
No, because like the video game, you're not playing as them. You're just like a person in the same. Like,
Oh, dang it.
In the same woods?
you're in the
We
same
do it
forest as
IRL,
them.
guys.
Oh.
What if we do it
That
IRL?
sucks.
In real life,
Like we
Blair
put you in the
Witch
woods?
real life.
Ramia, get out of here.
You want to be the
Get
witch
out
so
of
bad.
You are
You
the Blair
are the
Witch. You're
witch.
trying to drag us
Oh.
into the like woods.
Right?
stuff.
He's trying to lure us into the woods right now. What's going on?
You power of mind.
What is going on? Yeah.
Okay, so did you guys actually like the movie?
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
For me, it was kind of boring.
This,
You know?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Ramil?
Yeah, for me, it was a little bit boring because like I grew up watching when I think of horror, I think of getting jump scared. Like I was expecting to be jump scared. Like I watch horror movies to be jump scared.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was like just really lighthearted at the beginning, and then there weren't really anything at all. It's like it was kind of underwhelming for me.
Yeah, if you go in with the mindset that like you want to get scared, you're not going to end up liking the movie. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
why I didn't like it. How about
Yeah.
You guys.
Do you
I
want to
don't
go?
know. I think it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. I think I agree with Ramil. Like,
Yeah.
I tried to watch in like the scariest environment ever. It was like midnight,
Me too.
headphones,
Alone.
dark, alone.
I
But
was
it
in the
wasn't
basement
that
too.
Scary for me, I guess, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm more
Yeah.
used to like
You're used to more.
the ghosts. I watch horror on a more regular basis than probably Sophie and Jada.
Yeah.
But like, so
Yeah,
I'm
anyone,
kinda-
everyone has.
I kind of just anticipate everything. I'm prepared for the worst. So
Yeah.
I'm like, eh.
Do you guys think that the movie was predictable? Like, did you see them all sort of dying at the end? No?
Well, I mean,
No.
listen, I read the plot of Wikipedia before watching.
Oh.
I knew what was gonna happen.
Girl.
I wasn't expecting it. I thought they were all just gonna get out at the end, you know. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't actually think that they'd get stuck there.
I didn't
I
think
thought-
it was gonna drag on for so long.
Yeah. Like, it said the movie was like an hour and 18 minutes. That was the longest hour and 18 minutes of my life.
Do you guys remember that part where they discovered like hanging sticks?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
like,
kinda
they
eerie.
were already they wanted to get out of the woods, but they still stopped to like record stuff. You
That's
know,
why they were getting
Yeah.
mad at Heather. They're like,
Yeah,
"Let's
Heather is
get
just
out."
like does not
she's
care.
the W vlogger, guys.
No, it was crazy. Like she was vlogging it, and they were like, "Stop!" And she was like, "This is all I have." And it's like, "Oh,
Like,
okay,
She's
guys,
having
let's
her
get out of the
emo
woods.
moment,
Let's
guys.
do a little like transfer to a different university program."
She's really hustling for that vlogging
Right.
career.
My queen, I love her.
I would rate it initially, like as soon as I finished watching the movie, I went on Letterboxd. I opened up Letterboxd, of course, and I rated it 3 stars. But like after I started to take notes for the show, and like I went into the lore, and I was watching like YouTube videos, and then I started to understand like the whole marketing behind the movie and like how it's like the first of its generation, like, and it paved the way for like Paranormal Activity and all of these stuff. I'm like, maybe I should like bump it up to a 4 because like, yeah, if you're like Ramil and like you love horror movies and you want to get scared, this is not the movie to watch. But for me and somebody who like absolutely hates horror movies and I'm scared of it, this one wasn't as scary. Yeah, I had to watch with my mom because I mean, I'm scared of like any little thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna change my letterbox to my letterbox. Well, right now I'm gonna give it a 4 stars, and I'll edit that later. But yeah, 4 stars because I think the acting was amazing. I think visually it was amazing, and I think the most important thing is like it made you scared by seeing nothing. Like you never see the witch, you never see what's making the noise. Yeah, that was very crafty of the producers and the directors.
That was actually the hardest part. Like if
Yeah.
you're doing a project to scare people by showing them nothing, that's the hardest part of horror, you know?
Yeah.
Especially having no jump scares. Like people expect to have jump scares if it's a horror
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be frank. I don't like a single horror movie. I'm never gonna watch one that I like, but I do really admire like what they did. Like it's an impressive movie. Like it's
Yeah.
impressive that they did that. They had like a couple, like I think it was like a $60,000 budget. They had nothing to make this movie.
Yeah.
It was really atmospheric. And again, I watched it during the daytime with the blinds open, with the lights on, with a bunch of people in their room. So, but I do know that if I had watched it alone, like you guys did at night in my room, I wouldn't have been able to sleep and I would have cried. So I do admire what they did, and I do think that it is like an impressive movie.
Yeah, what would you rate it out of 5 stars?
1.
1 star? Come on. Like the Blair Witch, she needs a little bit of love.
2.5 because
and a
I bet
half.
she's a baddie, but that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
I mean, yeah. You know, like Loki, Mike, and Josh, they deserve.
yeah,
Like
you know
Loki,
what? Yeah.
guys.
Deserve
Justice
best.
for Heather, that's it. I love her.
How about you, Ramil? Out of 5, what would you rate it?
Also a 3 because like it was like a middle kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to like it because I like the idea of it, but like it's not really like something I would rewatch, you know? Like
Yeah,
it was good
for
at
sure.
the moment.
Once is good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Adrian?
I would also give it a 3. I think I put that on my letterbox, but I didn't explain why. But I
Yeah.
think I agree with Ramil and what he said about whatever he said. But I already forgot. But I don't know. Probably a 3. I think the most impressive thing for me was like the marketing behind it rather
Yeah.
than the actual story. I like the idea, but it just didn't scare me. So 3. But like 5 stars marketing post 28. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And considering it's a movie that came out like in the 1999.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Started
Like,
with
it was
19.
amazing for its time, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing for, like, if I was in the 90s, I'd be like, I would eat that movie up.
I was
Like,
in the 90s, I would have cried again.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, please, no.
They got so many people with their market.
but guys, like, I always wanted to go camping. I'm not a nature girly, but I've been wanting to go camping and like touch the grass for once in my life. And after watching that movie, I don't think so.
Oh.
Like, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Just the woods, the endless woods is less scary in general.
Yeah, I mean, now we have Google Maps and stuff
Oh.
like that. I was thinking if they remade the Blair Witch Project, or didn't they remake
Yeah,
it?
they remade it.
Did
Yeah.
they
It was,
use
like,
Google
really
Maps?
terrible.
Did they use
I don't
Google
know.
Maps, or
I
did they
never
actually
watched
use a
it.
map?
Do you want to watch it again?
No, please, no.
Blair Witch Part 2, guys.
No, like, please. I heard it was like really bad, like terrible though. Like, it's
Yeah,
really bad.
there were reviews that it's like worse than the first one.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer and it looked really bad. It's literally the same exact plot, just different characters, and I think there's more characters as
Oh,
well.
But it's just like people going to the woods and.
Yeah, you know, it would have been cool if they used the Blair Witch, but like a different storyline,
Yeah.
change it up a little bit. They literally go back to the same house.
So it's just a replica.
Yeah,
Not
it looks
everything
like
needs a
it.
It's like a
You don't need
like
more.
I really want to watch the mockumentary that they made before the release of the movie, just to see how people thought. Why would people think it's real? Like they had to make it seem really realistic. The marketing.
I'd
leading
be
up
open to that, but nothing.
Yeah,
nothing more
plus
than
that's
that.
really
no.
short. Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of things in the future,
Nice transition.
Wait, before we get into our wheel thing,
Mm-hmm.
is there any last thoughts on the movie? No.
What's that in the corner over there, guys?
Uh-oh.
Guys, can we not?
Jada, behind you. Oh.
Oh. What if actually somebody's like... No, but I just wanted to say, like, the movie left us with, like, a lot of unanswered questions. The whole movie, they kind of just, like, suggested possible, like, killers, possible things, that reasoning behind it. Yeah, but, like, our last thing that we're left with is, like, why is Mike standing in the corner like that? Like, did the witch, like, force him, like, go in the corner? Or, like, did she possess him? So, like, he's kind of, like, not hearing Heather right now. Or is he so scared, like, he's sort of just, like, looking at the corner, kind of ignoring her? Because, honestly, like, during the movie, Mike was for himself. Like, at one point, he was about to, like, leave. And, like, he didn't really care about them. But yeah,
Did he just like ignoring her by standing in the corner?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's he
just giving her the silent treatment?
Was he ignoring her and like hoping, oh my god, I hope the witch spares me? Like, maybe he told her like, take her, don't take me. Maybe he did that. But yeah, I don't know. How would you guys have liked it to end? Would you like it all to be like a ruse, like it's a prank? Maybe like after the movie cut, Mike and Josh ran out and said, surprise, it's a prank.
Because like I think a few years ago at like some little film festival, I watched like a parody called the Blair Witch Project, and at the end like they just meet like this girl in the woods, and she just like is a normal girl that lives in the woods, and I was like, you know what, that's a great ending.
I love
they all
that.
get to be little buddies.
Yeah. I say that we should make our own little Blair Witch stick figure trinkets and like
Oh, I thought you meant like
hide them
Blair Witch
around the
Project.
school.
Like
Yeah.
actually do it.
Start our own. Yeah, that'd be
I
cute.
mean, it would have been better if like we actually saw like if they actually gave a visual of the witch.
You think?
Yeah, I feel like I wanted the closure, you know?
You wanted the closure.
I wanted the
get
closure.
It. But honestly, I really like. At first, I'm like, why would they not show the witch? Oh, there was even a description from one of the townspeople, like it's some hairy, half human, half animal looking woman with like a shawl or something like that. But I think it takes away from the whole found footage, kind of. Maybe at the end, if we had her like walk up towards the camera, that would have been cool.
You see a little fur foot.
Yeah,
on the ground.
a little fur foot.
Not Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, guys. Is it the Blair Witch or is it Bigfoot? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I think that's it for the Blair Witch, guys. I'm so happy horror.
Yes,
done
we're
with.
done. Never again. We're gonna watch a fun movie next
Blair Witch
week.
Part
right,
2
guys?
next week.
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
So is it time? Are we doing our little
it's
wheel
time,
spin now?
It's time to do our little wheel spin,
It's
guys.
time.
Before the episode started, we all picked 2 genres that we wanted to watch in the future. And we have our little wheel. And Sophie Ramila is going to do the honors of spinning the wheel. And we'll see what we
Okay.
talk about next week.
I'm very excited, guys.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
won't-
And out.
Musical!
Guys, no way.
I know Sophie is mad.
Can we watch a good movie?
I'm going to pick your least favorite musical.
Can we watch Cats 2019, please?
Honestly, maybe. Guys, let us know if we should watch Cats.
So yeah,
That'd be so fun.
we're gonna each come up with one movie, right?
Yeah, and
We're
I
gonna do a
think
poll.
Within
Yeah.
24 hours, we'll have a poll on the Instagram.
This is the best case scenario.
and you guys can give us your suggestions. If you have any favorite musicals, I know I watch some musicals. I watch like Phantom of the Opera and like Wicked. When is Wicked coming
Wicked.
out?
November.
Guys, what if we just do
Watch
Wicked?
that
Oh,
so
no,
bad.
we can't do
Aw,
Wicked.
man.
It's
Oh, maybe we
November.
should push back
No,
the
guys,
musical
we
episode.
spin the wheel. We can't choose. We can't go back.
Oh,
Ramil,
guys, look, it's dystopian now.
we
Yeah,
can't
we'll
do
watch the
it.
musical.
We can't do it. But yeah,
No, we need to see Taylor Swift in the Cats.
I'm saying that's my vote's for Cats, but you know what? We'll find out for next
I
week.
don't know any other musicals though.
yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you guys for watching our first episode of Genre Roulette. Make sure to follow. I feel like I'm a YouTuber right now, and I'm like
Okay,
plugging
do
in
it.
all of my social. Follow us on Instagram at Genre Roulette Show, or the Blair Witch will haunt you tonight. Okay, she will haunt you guys. And tune into our next episode. You can watch us every Wednesday 3 to 4 on Spirit Live.
It's Monday, not Wednesday, girl.
Oh, my bad, guys. Tune in every Monday.
Oh no, the
Can
witch
y'all
got to
tell
her.
Can y'all tell I'm tired? Yeah, tune in every Monday.
No, the witch
reading-
got to her.
Where we explore a different genre. Next week is going to be musicals. And yeah, we're going to have this episode up on YouTube, hopefully by the end of the week. So you guys can rewatch. Maybe you'll watch Blair Witch Project and
Let us
maybe
know what
agree
you
with us.
think.
Yeah, let us know what you think, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Don't die in the woods.
Yeah, don't go in the woods, don't go camping. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, that camera.
Bye. And then stand in the corner.